So I'm gonna make a batch of cute little cheesecake Santa hats. They are all the rage, and I am very excited to take them to Missy's house. Okay, I'm gonna make a crumb crust first. I've already made half of the crumb mixture. It's such a big batch, I had to split it in two. I put some vanilla sandwich cookies in a food processor, and I'm just pulsing them up. Okay, they're pretty much broken up. Now I need to dye these reddish pink. So I have a mixture. I started with 2 sticks of butter and a tablespoon of red food dye. And I'm gonna pulse it while I drizzle the other half of it in. Okay, I got the red color evenly distributed. Now, I want to mix these with the crumbs that I already made because the second batch of butter had a little bit more dye. So I'm just going to stir them together and pretend I did them all at once. I'm going to pour them into a pan. I've got a 9 by 13 inch pan, and I lined it with parchment and then really greased the parchment well. I'm going to use a stainless measuring cup to press the crumbs into the pan. Okay, I need to get the crumbs into the oven. They're gonna bake at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. And while they bake, I'm gonna make the delicious cheesecake mixture. I'll start with 3 packages of softened cream cheese. These are gonna make a lot of Santas. I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of sugar. And then I'll turn the mixer on and let it start to work. I don't want it to get too complacent. It's the holidays. I'll add a splash of vanilla, about 1.5 teaspoons. Okay, now I'm gonna add 4 eggs one at a time, and I'll give each egg a chance to mix in. And in goes the 4th. And the last thing to add is sour cream, about 1/2 cup. Hey, this mixture is good to go. So I am gonna grab those crumbs out of the oven. They smell so good. Now the good news is I don't have to let the crumbs cool because this is gonna go back into the oven. All right, now it goes back into the oven. I have a little bit of a trick though when I make cheesecake. I wanna create some steam in the oven because it just helps it bake more evenly. So I've got some hot water, and these 2 pans are gonna go into the oven. The cheesecake goes on the middle rack, and then I'll put the hot water right below it. Okay, I'm gonna let this bake for 45 minutes, and then I have a few more steps before the Santas show up. So the cheesecake bakes for 45 minutes, then I'll turn the oven off, open the door, and leave the pan to sit there for 15 minutes. Then take it out to cool. This takes 2 hours, along with another 2 hours chilling in the fridge. The next step is to remove the cheesecake and get to work with a 2-inch round pastry cutter, carefully punching out circles. These will be the bottom of the little Santa hats. I'll put them on a sheet pan for convenience, and when they're all done, they go back into the fridge. I made a delicious cream mixture. I started with whipped cream and then added some softened mascarpone cheese, some powdered sugar. I'm gonna use this to pipe little rims around Santa's hat. Now I'll go around just inside the circle with a little fluff, and then I'll grab a strawberry. I took off the stems, and I'll stick it right on top. How cute is that? Okay, now he needs a little bit of a poof right on top. Adorable.